Hello YouTube, Simon here. Welcome back to Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition here on Nintendo Switch. And today we are going to be continuing on with side quests. Yes, I know these have taken up a few episodes already, but trust me when I tell you, if you're fed up of side quests by this point, then you may as well give up now. And I mean that with all due respect, but seriously, there are so many side quests and optional content things to do in this game that we haven't even begun to scratch the tip of them by this point. So we do need to just keep getting through them in order to have a chance at getting everything there is to do in Xenoblade Chronicles and just completing everything there is on offer. So, for the next 20-30 minutes or so, we are going to be getting through as many as we can, and we're going to begin by teleporting over to the Tephra Cave and the Magmel Ruins. Now, if you've been following my guides up until this point, then you should be at the same point that I'm at. If not, then you may want to go and check out some of the previous episodes first, because a lot of the quests we're going to be doing are going to have us require us to have done those other quests that I've already done, otherwise they won't be there. So yeah, we are going through them, hopefully in a relatively useful order. That means that we're not wasting too much time travelling, at least not as much as we need to. It is difficult to pinpoint an exact route that's best to take, but hopefully, you know, we're giving it a good bash here. So we're going to start by speaking to the Defence Force soldier up by the console. And he's going to give us his next quest. He's already given us a few already, of course. So we're just going to continue on with his quest line. This next quest involves us killing spiders. In fact, to start today, we're going to be killing a lot of spiders. For this quest, that means we're going to be looting Arachno Silk, 3 of to be precise. And they come from the Arachno Workers, I believe it's called. Yeah, okay, Worker Arachno, that's the one. Okay, so before we head over to do that, we may as well pick up another spider-related quest, which is located in the area that we've already been visiting recently for more quests. But don't forget to grab all of the blue stuff along on the way as well. So if there's anything that requires those later, we'll hopefully not have to go running around or rummaging too much for them. And the quest over here is generally just going to be a kill quest. Well, it is going to be a kill quest, no, generally about it. As long as you've done the other quests for this fella. Okay, so we'll just get through the dialogue. Yada, 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 yada. In fact, I'll just spam through this. You can read this, I'm sure, in your own playtime. There we go. So there's about, I think, 6 spiders in total that we need to kill of different varieties for this particular quest. And I did spam through that a little bit too quickly. So just to confirm, this quest is called Clearing Obstructions. Right, so heading over to area maps with both of those picked up, we're going to teleport over to, down here, the Spring of Grief. Now, the Spring of Grief doesn't actually have the spiders we need, but it is the closest location. So we're going to head south from here. And our first chance at getting some Arachno Silk is going to be just up ahead through the cave. And of course, as before, we are going to get notified on the map when we have quest objects located nearby. Right, so Worker Arachnos are going to be our friend now. Unfortunately, I've noted that the Arachno Silk can be a bit of a low drop rate, so you're not guaranteed to get it. In fact, you're probably not going to get all 3 from this first selection of 4 spiders here. So let's just go ahead and kill them all, and then we'll loot them afterwards. Will you stop turning around when I'm trying to backstab you? Silly spider. Right, let's just kill these last 2 here. Oh, he turned around again. What is going on with the world? Okay. Oh, that's a slightly bigger chest. So that might have one. And let's go ahead and try and get this one in one shot. That's what I was trying to do with the others. Right, insect jaw. Yeah, insect jaw is something we're going to be getting a lot of. There's an Arachno Silk. So that's 1 of 3. And another insect jaw, and probably another insect jaw in this one. Yeah, who'd have thought? Okay, so we're going to move, or continue moving through the cave here. And we're going to be killing spiders that we need for the other quest, the Clearing Obstructions quest. Now, these won't drop the silk, unfortunately, but we will have opportunity to get more of that deeper into the cave. So the Devoted Arachnos are one of those spiders we need to kill as far as the Clearing Obstructions quest goes. And we got that tutorial because I leveled to 16, which means we've finally started to earn arts that won't automatically fit onto our skill palette. Let's just all focus on one at a time here, please, guys. And just do as much damage as we can so we can get through these battles in relatively short order. Okay, so we need to kill 2 of the devoted Arachnos, by the sounds of it. Yeah, I hope you guys don't mind spiders. Quite a few to kill at this stage. There we go. Yeah, I don't mind spiders. I'll tell you, my insect phobia is probably centipedes. Just a thought of their sting, along with all their creepy legs. Spiders only have 8. Centipedes have like 30 or something. Not 100, but a lot. Right, come on. This last devoted Arachno, however. This might give me nightmares. It doesn't want to die, does it? There we go. Okay. Again, I don't think we can get Arachno silk from these because they're not the actual workers. But we can get ears. Because, you know, once you've killed a spider, the first thought you're going to have is, let's take the ears, I'm sure. Right, there's some Arachno workers here. I'm going to leave those, though, because they're surrounded by a slightly tougher creature. And there's going to be some easier prey for us to go after in a while. Right, again, the same is true there, so we'll just leave those. And we'll just continue on through the cave here. Am I going the right way? I don't even know anymore. Let's just check. Yeah. No, I don't think so. I think we've come back the way I've just been, haven't I? Yes, yes. It helps if you're going in the correct direction. I mean, all these walls in this cave, they all look the same, don't they? Right, this time I'm not going to drop down. Instead, we're going to head over to the left here and into the next open area. Now, we're going to kill a few of these resolute Arachnos. Try and get them from behind. And number 4. Okay, so we are getting some nice gear as well. Right, so there's worker Arachnos here. Now we still need 2 more of the silks. Fortunately, these do die very quickly. And that might be one there. It is, lovely. Now, before we move on, it's actually worth killing some of these things. And the reason for that, you can see they've got a quest icon. That's because they can actually spawn these workers as well, once you've killed them. So I'll show you what I mean here. Which means we can get more Arachno silk. And as long as we've killed the other enemies around here, we're not going to be getting interfered with by other swarms. So, yep, there we go. Another 2 workers here, which should be fairly easy to take care of if we can get behind them. Get some good positioning. Just speeds things up a little bit. There we go. Okay. And is that the final one we need? Yes, it is. So that's the one quest complete. And we don't need to return to the guy in the warehouse in order to hang that in. But we will be returning to him anyhow because he has a follow-up for us. However, we do need to continue killing some of the other good stuff here, such as these zealous Arachno. Yeah, don't forget as well, before unleashing powerful attacks like the Monado or Backslash, to just make sure you're casting your debuff abilities first, such as Slit Edge and Shadow Eye. It's just going to ensure that you're doing a lot more damage then with those powerful attacks, so making the most of them. I'm sure you guys are doing that anyway, of course, but it is worth just noting for those of you that are not doing so. Okay, right, another quest complete. Yeah, we'll take our bleed defense gem, along with a couple of weapons. I don't think they'll be upgrades, but I might check them out at some point. Okay, right, now we've done that, we're going to go to the area maps and teleport back to the Magmel Ruins. So, the soldier that gave us the quest for getting the 3 silk, as I say, you don't need to hand that quest in, it's completed, but he is going to have a follow-up for us at this point. And it's a really easy one as well. So we'll speak to him. He just wants to give us something to say thank you. But of course, he's not just going to hand it to us. He's going to make us work for it. And by work for it, we just need to go and find it. And he gives us the clue to its location, just outside of the cave. So we're going to head down to area maps. And this time we're going to select Tephra Cave. But this time we're going to select the leg pass. So we haven't teleported here yet. We've only actually visited this location once, I believe. And we're going to make our way over to the edge. The item is very easy when you to find when you know where it is. But if you don't know where it is, it can be a bit of a pain. So just watch what I do, go where I go. And as I say, you won't have any issues. Dum-de-dum-de-dum, we're playing Xenoblade. Right, drop down just here. Or jump down, whee! Nice. Okay, and there it is. Just at the wall. Something buried. I wonder what that could be. Hey, it's a completion of a quest. There we have it. That quest was called a thank you. And a topple resist 2 is our well-earned reward, I would say, along with 100 experience, which, to be honest, is probably a little bit more important. Okay, so we're going to be taking a break now from Tephra Cave, making our way back to Colony 9. And yes, there's still loads of quests to do here in Colony 9, so we do need to go ahead and do that. And we're going to start by teleporting over to the Ether Light. Now, for this particular quest, the giver is only going to be available during a short few hours in the day, so we do need to go ahead and adjust the time here. So let's do that now. We're going to change the time to 11 o'clock. Help if I select the right option. There we go, that's better. Okay, I think 1 o'clock would have been fine, actually. I think it's at 11 till 2 that you can find the quest giver here. And this is Marcia, located just by these vegetables. And we're going to jump through the dialogue here, but effectively, Marcia has the all-important task for us of having to deliver some biscuits to her grandson. Of course, there's nothing more that seasoned adventurers like ourselves would be doing, so I guess we're fit for this perfect task here. And we need to take the biscuits to Giroke. And in order to reach Giroke, we need to teleport, or we don't need to teleport, but it's obviously faster, over to the Tranquil Square area. So let's go ahead and do that next. Yeah, just take the biscuits themselves, of course. And let's make our way over there next. We do need to change the time for to night time. So there's going to be a lot of time changing, of course, as we continue on through the quest here in Colony 9. But I'm sure we're used to that by now, aren't we? Fortunately, when we change times here in Xenoblade, there's no loading or anything, at least not on the Switch version. Honestly, I can't remember if there is on the Wii version. But in our case, there isn't. So that just speeds things up a little bit. And we'll find him over here. There is an objective marker, as long as we've changed the time to 9 o'clock. So he's located, I think it's like a little parky place, where he's just chilling. Let's head up the steps here. There's another quest giver here, but we need to speak to them during the day, which is why they're not available at the moment. That's fine. We'll sort that out in a little while. And here he is.
Hello.
So this is Giroke. We'll give him the all-important biscuits. And then it's just a case of having to return to the grandma. So the reason why we have to return, I believe it's because we get to add the grandma. So not the grandma. Oh yeah, the grandma and the grandson actually to the affinity chart. And that means we do need to hand the quest in properly. So we'll go to area maps here, Colony 9, and back to Ether Light. Now, of course, the grandma only appears during those daylight hours. So we do need to go ahead and change the time once more. We'll change that back to 11. There we go. And Marcia just randomly teleports in, because I'm sure that's perfectly normal in the world of Xenoblade. Now, actually, it's because we teleported in, I suppose, didn't we, by changing the time. And there we have it. Our next quest completed. Okay. We get the swimming sandals, not all that exciting. Along with a little bit of experience, and as I say, 2 more characters, NPCs, added to the affinity roster. Right then, next up, we're going to go back to the previous area, which is the Tranquil Square area. And we're going to speak to an old friend of ours called Dionysus. Now, you might remember Dionysus. He's the first fella that we went trading with a few episodes ago. We brought some stuff for a quest from him. And this time, we're going to accept a quest that he has for us. So we're not going to trade at the moment. We're going to go ahead and select his quest. So we'll just go for the dialogue. This is going to require a little bit of farming, or it might not, depending on whether you found the quest item already. There's 2 to be precise. Okay, so the quest item is the Medicinal Brog Oil, which is found from Cute Brogs over by the main entrance of Colony 9. Now, because we've already killed a few of those Brogs previously, you might already have 2 of those. But the thing is, the item is fairly rare, so you might not have them yet. It seems I have 1, so I do need to show you where to go in order to farm for these. It is very easy, but it might take a few rounds in order to actually get 2 if you do need to. So teleport over to the main entrance. And we do need to change the time for these to appear to nighttime. I keep going to area maps when I mean to change the time. So we'll plonk that over to 8 o'clock, which is a good nighttime time, I find. And then we'll just jump over here, take a little bit of damage, that's fine. Boing, that'll heal back up. And these are the Brogs here, so they've all got quest icons on them. There are quite a few of them, fortunately. So you might be fortunate and get both in a single round here. Yeah, there we go, Medicinal Brog Oil. So quite fortunate there. I have previously in the past had to kill quite a few of these to get those. So don't be too dismayed if you don't get it as quickly as I did. But that's pretty much it. All we need to do now is report back in with Dionysus. So we'll teleport to the Tranquil Square area, and we will need to make it daytime in order for him to appear. I don't believe he appears at night, but we can check that, I'm sure. The next quest after this one's dead easy. No, he's not there. So we'll just get to its location and change time. Dum 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 dum. 11 o'clock will be fine. And we'll speak to him, tell him the good news. Yeah, we got the oil. Okay, and because this is the first time we've done a quest for Dionysus, he will also be added to the Affinity Register, along with giving us some light shoes as well and 50 experience. Not too bad at all. Next up, we're going to move over to this funny little NPC. This is Niranira, something like that. Speak to Niranira, little Nopon preacher, and Niranira is going to give us another quest where we need to go and find another NPC, but this time it's very, very easy. Not that the last one was too difficult where we had to find the grandson, but this one's even easier than that. We need to find a little lad called Lucas. Niranira's too scared to make friends with Lucas, so we have to do the hard work. Okay, and this involves taking a letter to Lucas. Yeah, because that's not creepy at all. Okay. Right, so we've got the letter, and Lucas is located just down the bottom of these steps. Simple as that. I said it was an easy one, didn't I? Okay, right, so we'll hand the quest over to Lucas here. This is going to give us a couple of new NPCs as well, Lucas and Niranira, onto our Affinity Register, but we do need to speak to Niranira in order to actually complete the quest. But that's pretty much all there is to that one. So it makes sense to just get it done while we're here in the area. We are getting through these quests nicely, but obviously, as I said, there's so many to go. We just need to try and move through them as quickly as we can, really. Right. Next up, we're going to teleport. Oh, just grab the reward there. The block guard is not that great for us, I don't think. We're going to teleport over to the Gem Man's stall. And we're going to set it to night time. So change time. Change the time to 8 o'clock. And from the stall, we're going to head over to the steps under the building, just to the right. And then if we turn around, we can find, hopefully find anyway, an NPC who does like to move around on this balcony. So see if we can find her. Not over here. Okay. It's an NPC known as Desiree. So it might be this person. No, I'm pretty sure they appear over here. Interesting. I don't know where she is. I don't think she moves this far away. No, maybe we've got the time set incorrectly. Perhaps it needs to be a little bit later. I'm pretty sure the NPC just appears on the map. Let's change it to midnight. Ah, there we go. Yeah, so if that happens, just fiddle with the time, make it a little bit later. There's Desiree.
Hello.
Interesting. Right, so Desiree is going to want us to fix her watch which is a fairly easy quest, but may require a little bit of item farming. So as long as you've been collecting all the blue items everywhere you've been running, especially around Colony 9, then hopefully it won't require us to do anything apart from go to the next location. Let's just get through the dialogue. Okay, so there we go. Desiree has broken her watch. Again, take it to the lab and fix it for her. So I just sneezed there. Hopefully you guys didn't catch that. Oh, it's allergy season here in the UK. Not pleasant, I'll tell you that. Right, area maps. Colony 9. We're going to make our way over to the fortress entrance. So we don't need to change the time for this. Yeah, everybody's suffering with COVID-19. I'm seriously suffering with hay fever 20 right now. Right down here. And there is a workbench where we can operate on the watch. Makes it sound like a medical procedure, doesn't it? Apparently, though, we need 3 blue chains. Now, these can be found. You've probably got them as I have, but if you haven't, these can be found all over Colony 9. So they're not exactly a rare item. Once you've got them, then we can interact with the watch once more. And that should mean... we have a working quest item that we can then travel back to Desiree for and hand over. So you remember this is the Gem Man stall. I say you remember, I almost forgot. It was like 10 seconds ago. And back up the steps here. And hopefully shouldn't need to adjust the time again, since it hasn't taken us all that long. Okay, Desiree is hanging about just over here. She does move quite a bit. Maybe she had spawned previously at 8 o'clock. Yeah, that's possible. And was just out of reach from where we looked.
Hello.
I reckon that's probably what happened. She does have quite a big path. There we go. So that's the watch quest complete. And Desiree will be added to the affinity chart, as is generally happening for all of these quest givers here in Colony 9. And we also get the Muscle Up Level 2 gem. So we'll go ahead and take that as well. Oh, an 80 experience. Very nice. Right, I think we'll do one more quest for today and then we'll take a break. So what we're going to do is teleport over to the Tranquil Square. Now, this is a quest that we're going to be able to do at daytime, and it's very easy, although there is a hard way of doing it, but I'm going to show you the easy way. Okay, so we're going to change the time over to daytime. I don't know, 9 AM should be absolutely fine. And the quest giver is located just down here, and it's this woman, this larger looking woman, can I say that? Susanna. She's going to have the quest, but as you can see, she doesn't offer it right away. And in order to get her to do so, we need to speak to another NPC. I believe it's her son, perchance, and it's this blonde kid here next to Lucas. So we're going to go ahead and speak to Moritz. And once we've gone through his dialogue, we can then see there's been an affinity chart update. And if we head back to the previous NPC, then yep, she will now offer the quest for us. So we can go ahead and pick that up. This quest is called Education Minded Susanna. And we'll just spam through the dialogue here. And all we need to do is find 2 items. Now, there's 2 ways to get these items. We can go ahead and farm for them from the enemies. They are enemies that are located in the Tephra cave. Or we can trade for them right here in Colony 9. So as you can see, it is black nectar and we have 0. And that's because, even though we've been through Tephra Cave multiple times, it's kind of rare. So that's why I'm just going to strongly recommend this is one of those situations where you just sort out what you need through the trading system. And in this case, it's very, very easy. So all we need to do is move over to the northeast. And you'll see this fellow sitting on the bench. And this is Kenny Rohan. We can go ahead and trade with him. You don't need to speak to him. And all we need to do is head over here to the materials. And there you can see it is the black nectar. That's the precise thing we want. And it only requires 200... well, it requires an item of value 250 gold or more. So most of our stuff here is going to be far more than that. So these sweet wasabi, for example, I have 10 of those, are far more than sufficient for our needs here. And even these are like the lowest trade value that I have. So we'll go ahead and trade one of those. We'll get the black nectar. But that will only give us one, so we'll need to trade again. You don't have to do the sweet wasabi. It's just, in my, experience here, probably the most efficient item to use, and even that is a little bit overkill. But we'll go ahead and trade another, and that will give us the second black nectar. Sorted. Right, all we need to do now is head back to the NPC in order to hand in the black nectar and complete the quest. But if you did want to do it by farming, then just head over to the Tephra cave, and it's the skitterer enemies that you can find over there. They have a chance, a very small chance in my experience, of dropping those nectars. But yeah, just go ahead and trade. I mean, just save so much time, as you can see there. We get some experience, some gold, and a light cap for our trouble. And another quest completed, along with the affinity updated for it. So there we have it then, guys. I think we'll call things quits there for today. Thanks for stopping by, checking out the video. I hope you've enjoyed watching, and if it's been helpful to you, please do go ahead and just drop a like. That really does mean a lot to me. And come back soon as we continue on with our adventure through Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. And yeah, you've guessed it, next time there'll be more side quests, lots more. See you then.